Hello, everyone, and welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, and I'm here with my weekly Moon Day Oracle message. And this is going to be a reading of guidance and insight for the collective for the week of April 4th, 2022. So, before I get into explaining what I'm doing here today, I'll just give it a moment and allow people to connect and see that I'm live. And I just want to always check into the quality of sound. So, let me unplug this. There we go. So if anybody is tuning in at this time, if you could just shoot a comment and let me know how it sounds on your end, and just say hello and, let me know how everything is. I appreciate that. And then I can go ahead and share it as well. Rosemaria, hello, gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today on this magical moon day and 4/4 gateway? Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Jillian, welcome, goddess. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. How does it sound for you? Can you hear everything okay? Hi, Carolyn. Welcome, lovely. Thank you so much for being here. Perfect. Thank you, Jillian. Go ahead and share this really quick. So how are you all? Jillian, how you doing? I know it's very late for you, so I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Rosemaria. Okay. Shared, make sure I didn't miss anything. I know this is not my usual time. I changed it up as I've had a bit of a busy day today, so I wanted to give myself enough time to kind of ground and come back to earth before I started this. So appreciate you all being here. And for those of you who might miss it because I switched up on you, I apologize, but the replay will always be here. So anybody who is new to Moon Day, I just want to say welcome, and I hope that you enjoy what you find here. Every Monday, I try to go live to bring forward a message of guidance and insight for all of us to really give us a heads up into what is going on this week and what we can expect, or how we can best flow in divine harmony with the energy that is coming in. So these are not personalized individual readings that I'm doing here today. They are a generalized overview for all of us. And again, what it is that we all most need to know. I do offer personal readings. If you are interested in that, you can shoot me a message and we can set up your private one-on-one reading. I offer them through, just like this, through a private live video, as well as through a video recording option for your own convenience. I do also offer remote as well as in-person healing sessions. So if you're ever interested in anything like that, you can always just shoot me a message. So I'll get into the oracle message in a moment. Again, the way that I do that is utilizing oracle cards as well as my own intuitive abilities to interpret the message and wisdom that is coming through. So before I do, I just want to quickly touch on any news and announcements, and I have two to share. So the Cosmic Oracle is a new group that both Karen and I have started from my sister business, Oracles of the Light. And it's a wonderful way to really understand what is going on, not only just for the energy of the week when I do these Moon Day messages, but it's a wonderful way to understand what's going on every day. So between Karen and myself, we post we pre-record video oracle messages every day throughout the entire month. So it is there for as soon as you wake up, and you get that quick little clip of a message so that you can understand what's going on and really understand how to work through that energy as well. So you'll get a daily oracle message in this private group that we have, the Cosmic Oracle, every single day throughout the whole month. I'm also doing energy forecasts twice a month. So what my energy forecast is, for anybody who's unfamiliar, is I talk about any cosmic, planetary, astrological alignments that are going on that are important for us all to understand, and how we can best work with that energy. So for example, this week alone has been intense for the energy forecast that I did share privately in that group. And it's been quite a whammy. We've had, just to touch on a few, the new moon in Aries, as well as Chiron conjunct the sun in Aries, as well as today is the 4-4 energy gateway, as well as we have today starting Mars conjunct Saturn for the next couple of days, and Venus entering Pisces. That's just this week alone, guys. This whole month is jam-packed. So if that's something that you like to, you like to understand that energy, it's going to pay for itself just in that alone, because again, the energy that's coming forward this month is so amazing. And so it really gives us that heads up as to how to work with it. Not only that, Karen is a sound and vibrational therapist. So she actually uses those planetary frequencies and the solfeggio frequencies to bring a sound attunement in with the specific energies that I discussed in the energy forecast. So you not only get to understand the information coming in, you also get attuned to that energy so that it can flow a little bit more harmoniously through any energy. So for example, Mars and Saturn, we know it's like literally clash of the titans this week. So it helps to have an understanding and smoothing the integration of that energy alone. So that's twice a month that'll happen, on top of daily oracle messages for the entire month. On top of that, we are also bringing in a cosmic god or goddess to work with each month that brings forward a message for us all. And in conjunction with that, you will have a light language and sound healing audio to go along with that, to really help us integrate the message that that cosmic energy brings forward. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything else with that. Yes, we've actually started for this month. We do have something I'm going to talk about in a second for those of you who are in person, a sound bath, a group sound bath that we're going to be doing on the full moon of this month. Now, anybody who is in our Cosmic Oracle group, whether you are in local to us or not, you are going to get access to the audio recording of that sound bath. So you'll be able to actually be bathed in those sounds in the privacy of your own home and have that integration that happens with that, which will be working with the next major alignment of Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. And that is something that it doesn't happen, but not even once every 2 lifetimes. So it is quite extraordinary energy alone. We will be bringing in that frequency as well. So there is so much. The offer is for $33 for the month. It is not something that you are locked into. It's an open relationship, guys. You can leave if it doesn't work for you. You don't have to sign up for the following month, or you can kind of pop in and out as you want to. So it is still open to join. All of the stuff that has already been going on for this month of April is all in the group, so you can still catch up with all of that, and then still have time to join in on all the other magic that we are going to be sharing as well. Okay. All right, that's that one. And I'm going to say hello to everybody else that has just popped in. So hello, everyone. I will go over the comments in a second to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So as you heard me say, in person, we are doing a full moon cosmic sound healing. This is a group healing event. So, everybody who is local to our area in Easton, Pennsylvania, or Phillipsburg, New Jersey area. Again, we have like 4 tickets, I think, remaining. It's going to be on Friday, April 15th. So just like the eve of the full moon, we'll be working with the full moon energy of Libra. And we will also be working with, like I said, that major energy that is going to be so important and powerful for us all with Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. And so we'll be bringing in those frequencies. It is a galactic experience. We do channel in light language as well as all those planetary frequencies. We do use crystal singing bowls and literally bathe you in a 45-minute to an hour long meditation. We do bring in some visual as well. We do work with the cosmic light therapy as well. And there's always a light language transmission that goes along with that. We also bring out oracle cards and allow everybody to set intentions for this healing session. And then everybody can pull a card for themselves and look at the messages that came forward. So that is also $33 for the in-person event. We will share an audio clip of it afterwards for those who are interested in purchasing it. But for those that are in the Cosmic Oracle, again, you will be receiving that automatically. So if you're interested, the events are created on our pages. I'm not sure if the event for the Cosmic Oracle group is still there, but if you're still interested and you want to join, you can always shoot me a message and I will direct you as to how to do that. Okay, I think that's everything. Hi, Dawn. Happy Moon Day, gorgeous. Laura, welcome, my beautiful sister. Thanks for being here. Carmela, welcome. Elise, hello, beautiful. Laura Scott, welcome. Nancy Dean, Brenna, hello, beautiful goddesses. I'm so happy you could all make it. And that's all that I can see on my end, so I do apologize if I missed anybody. All right. So, and I do see that someone sent over some stars. Thank you so much for doing that. I will definitely go through the comments and see who it was that did that. I greatly appreciate that. Again, no obligation to do so. It's just a way to support what I do. And, you know, I greatly appreciate that. I just greatly appreciate you all being here with me. As you know, I love our magical community. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into what is going on this week. Hey, Teresa, welcome, love. So happy to see you here. Yay. Good you can make it. All right, so I gave a mouthful regarding the 2 events that we have currently going on at Oracles of the Light. And I talked about the power of this week alone. I'm not going to go into that here with the reading today because it is something that I am doing solely for the Cosmic Oracle. But I will tell you that between the new moon, again, how we can work with the energy of Mars and Saturn together right now and what it's facilitating for us all, as well as today being the 4/4 gateway, it is quite potent. And I don't have to tell you that. I'm sure you are all feeling it. Yeah, so again, like I said, if you're interested, the Cosmic Oracle, it's worth it just for that alone to understand what's going on. But let me stop and let me get into, we are going to be working with the Transcendent Journeys Oracle today by Cheryl Yambrick Rose. So before we do, I'm just going to ask us all to come together in sacred space. Okay, so if you are able to safely close your eyes and just take a moment to detach from whatever chaos, any stress, any tension that you might currently be experiencing, and just bring yourself into the present moment. Just close your eyes and take a nice cleansing breath in through your nose. And release through your mouth. Just allowing all stress, all tension in your body to be released. Again, nice deep breath in. And just feel yourself really being anchored and grounded into your body. One more time, nice deep breath in. And release. Dropping your mind now into your heart space. Just allowing yourself to come into that feeling center. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. Hey Freddie, hey Annie. Welcome, thanks for being here. Perfect timing. All right, so with that said, we are asking for guidance today, and again, working with the Transcendent Journeys Oracle. And what guidance comes forward for the collective good for the week of April 4th, 2022? What we all most need to know. Ooh. All right. So we had quite a few fly out, but I'm going to take the first one. It's a 31, so that would be a 4. And today being the 4-4 gateway, again with that 22 energy as well, you know, you've got another 4 there. So this is a huge, the 4 presence here is really bringing into awareness what it does and what it represents for us all, which is stability, direction, foundations, also talks a bit about growth and shifting. So bringing in that stability as well. 4 to me also represents the element of earth. So really bringing awareness into kind of like grounding or anchoring something in feels to me a bit of the anchoring of kind of like, I want to say it's almost like with the 4 again, you got that foundational energy. So it's kind of like shifting there in those foundations and anchoring in some new foundations, if you will, or even your new direction. For a full explanation of what this 4-4 gateway is facilitating for the entire month, it is in the Cosmic Oracle. So be open. Things change. And it is the Sacred Tunic cross card. Look at that. So be open, things change. Oh yeah. So, you know, with these big Clash of the Titans and the big players throughout this month, there is definitely an element of change. With the energy of Aries all month long, you've got that fiery transformational alchemy energy coming forward. So it is showing us that there is a bit of a instability in order for stability. So what that translates to me as a breaking, a cracking of the known, breaking out of the old molds, the old patterns, for the new patterns to emerge, for the new to be able to flow into our lives. So when it tells us to be open, it's asking us to be fluid, not rigid. So, you know, I mean, I'm probably like many of you, when sudden transformation happens or sudden change happens, it can be very disconcerting. You know, it can be very uncomfortable. And, you know, the first thing that we want to do is grab control somewhere, right? We want to hold on tightly to things. And the divine is telling us this week that we cannot do that. We have to surrender control and allow that flow of change, the winds of change. I don't know about where you live, but where I live, the winds have been insane. And I have really felt that energy of cleansing the old, breaking free out of that stagnant energy so that that new, the seeds, can flow, can flourish, can blossom. So it really has been shaking up the known and what we know or what we might be used to open us up to what we are capable of, to pushing us or blowing us like those seeds into new areas that we may not have looked before. So while this week may come crashing in energetically, even literally. It may come crashing in some way or another. While it may do that, please don't go into fight or flight. That is designed to trap us in the old. And I'm not telling you to not have fear. I'm telling you to have fear, but go flowing forward anyway. That's the only way that we can become fearless, is to do something even in the face of fear, right? So I'm not saying that all these things that are happening are going to be bad. No. And essentially none of it is really bad. However, this could really be breakthroughs, opportunities that we did not see coming. This could be new situations or circumstances presenting themselves in a way that you might initially want to even like kind of take a step back, and maybe you potentially might have discarded some ideas that are being sent to you or shown to you, or opportunities, because they were not something that you considered or maybe even thought possible. But this week, the impossible becomes possible. And even if you aren't fully seeing that tangibly yet, you will begin to see it. So again, be open. Things change. And I love how this tunic cross prince here has his eyes are wide open, but he has his hands wide open. And that's exactly what I want all of us to remember this week, is that when the winds blow, don't try to hold on to not be swept away. Open up your arms and let it take you. Because where you end up is where you need to be. All right. So in this process, there's a fox in the background here. I don't know if you can see that. And I think fox get a bad reputation because they are tricksters. Absolutely. However, they are incredibly clever and intelligent. And they are one of the animals that can premeditate circumstances. So what they are known to do is actually create many different routes back to the same path in case the event that they get trapped up or run into trouble. They can premeditate and have different options to get to where they need to go in case one option gets blocked. See what I'm saying? Hang on to that. Many different options to get to the same place. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying too about when opportunities or ideas are presented to you, even if you might want to initially kind of discard them or disregard them, don't do that. Take a step back, sit with it, write it down, give it a day, do what you need to, but let it marinate a bit, and then allow yourself to see the potential of opportunity that could come. You can get to many places, you can get to that same place with many different routes. And the thing about the fox is that they always come forward to show us what is the best route. What's the best direction? So if suddenly new ideas are presenting themselves to you, or you're questioning some things or need to make some decisions, and suddenly you start seeing the presence or symbolism of fox somewhere, know that they are guiding you. Fox do also show you who it is that you can trust or what you can trust. So just something to be mindful of. Yes, they do have that trickster energy about them, but at the same time, I feel almost like it's to kind of, it's not so much as to trick us per se, as it is to maybe pull the rug out from underneath you to say, haha, like this isn't going to work for you, so it kind of makes you regroup. It kind of makes you second guess. And in that sense, you do start to look to other possibilities to get to where you want to go, right? And so I really do feel like at the same time, it's telling us that there's an opportunity for us to really take off. There's an opportunity for us to really be guided towards the best possible opportunities for ourselves. But I do feel like in order for that to happen, there are some old aspects of self, thought forms, patterns, people, situations that are going to need to be surrendered, that are going to need to be released. Like I said, the old foundations have to be literally, think about building a house or building property. You know, when you're going to start a new construction from the ground up, you've got to dig down deep and, you know, break that ground first in order to build on top of it. So I am definitely picking that up for all of us. At the same time, I will say really quickly, without going into too much detail about my client's privacy, but I will say that I did have a one-on-one healing session today. And during that session, there was something that I was shown that made me feel like it wasn't solely for my client, but it was being facilitated within my client, but it's also being facilitated on a greater level for the collective. And I had the Egyptian goddess Hathor come forward, and as I was working on my client, she presented me with a box, and then she opened the box, and when she opened the box, she brought out a snake. Now, I know that some of you who are on my friends list have been coming into contact with snakes lately. She brought out a black cobra, and she picked it up and handed it to me, and I was to put it, now this is all happening in my third eye, everybody, so this is, you know, kind of like a symbolic, metaphoric too. She handed it to me while I was working on my client and told me to put it on my client. And I was immediately transported back to ancient Egypt and how many people who wanted to go on a transformational, transcending sort of a journey, they actually would. And there's not just Egypt. There were many different cultures that did this, where they would go into and put themselves into a shamanic death. And so they would be bitten by the snake. The snake would obviously bring their bodies and their life force down to the point of almost death, and then they would be brought back before that point. But it's almost like how some people go on these spiritual journeys to bring themselves to the point of having an out-of-body or otherworldly experience where it's like death of the ego self, if you will. So, and that's literally what a shamanic death is. It's like death of the ego. And so that makes me feel like it applies to all of us across the board here this week. And I was drawn to tell you that because there's a badger in this card, and the badger being black and white, it made me feel like the black snake, which representing again kind of that shadow aspect, or even the feminine Shakti, where we kind of go back into the void in order to be reborn once again. So quite a powerful message to come forward, and that makes me feel like it's asking us to let old parts of ourselves, old chapters, old cycles, old patterns die, so that we can literally open ourselves up and be ready to be reborn into that new pathway, more in alignment with our soul's truth and the truth of who we really are. Okay. Rosemary says, did you place it in her back? No, I did not. It was actually on the front, which either or, you know, I always see Kundalini snakes. They are on both front and back, top and bottom. So, oh my goodness, I had a snake show up last week and it bit me on my foot that had been bugging me. Are you serious right now? A black cobra? Oh my God. You cannot make this stuff up. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you are okay, because that's intense for sure. Also, in my email, I have an online journal where I keep all of my like dreams recorded, all my meditation journeys, all of that stuff. And every now and then in my email, it will send me a notification of something I wrote this time last year. And in the dream that popped up, I think it was yesterday, it said, I read the subject of it, and it said I was bitten by a snake in my dream. So look at that. So that is also very significant to the Kundalini awakening that happens to push us out of, again, that egoic state or egoic mind, or, you know, out of an old cycle and reborn into a new. So that's a huge symbolism for you, as well as to be anchored in the physical, Rosemaria. So I would not be surprised if you are not going to be having an amazing, incredible journey this month starting a new awakening for you. As for us all. Hi, Laura. Welcome, lovely. My goodness. Oh, okay. It was in your mind's eye. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say a black cobra. They have cobras in California. I didn't even know. I was like, whoa. Oh, my goodness. But still, yeah, metaphoric. Same. Wow. Dawn says she had a fox on her walkway. Wow. If you've got some decisions to make, or there's some new paths and new journeys that you're taking, my dear, they're showing you that this is the path you can take. You can trust this path. Wow. Laura says, I know a lot about the fox energy. It shows up a lot when I need to be aware of certain people. That's a really good point as well. Discernment. And the fox will show you and come up in conjunction with maybe somebody new that's presenting themselves. So at the same time, the fox can show you if there is someone that cannot be trusted. So again, in that regard, you're going to have to kind of or to be trusted. In that regard, you're going to have to listen to your body's feelings and how you feel when that happens. Dawn says, saying, bring it. I can relate to a lot of this. Lots of changes with relationships and family. It's been really challenging. Oh, my dear. Deep breaths. Arms wide open, everyone. Flow and let the wind carry you where you need to go. Hi, Amanda. Welcome, love. Karen, welcome. Happy Moon Day. Never late, my dear. Oh, yes, Aries. Teresa. A lot of change happening. Yes, absolutely. This is going to be a month, everyone. And I really feel like this is going to be groundbreaking, transformational for us all in the best ways. Although, again, with that comes a bit of shakeup. So, hi, Donna. Welcome. All right. So, I had a black cobra show up a few years ago, and I allowed it to get into my spine. Ooh, that's that Shakti, a feminine cosmic mother energy. So that's amazing. I love that. There's so much fear surrounding snakes, and rightfully so in the physical, because let me tell you what, if I see one, I'm going to run. But spiritually speaking, amazing, magic, and transformational. So absolutely surrender to the divine flow. All right, everyone, that is our Moon Day message for the week. Thank you all so much for being here and for, sharing your experiences and feedback as well. I do love that so much because it really does help to confirm the messages coming forward and to validate even for other people who are tuning in, even those of you tuning in on the replay. Again, this does not matter. You're here in divine timing, so replay also when you're hearing it is when you're meant to receive it. I will be sharing the mudra for the week right after this is done airing and get that shared for us. Also, we know what magic we can work with as well for the week to assist us all. Thanks, everybody. Again, look forward to seeing some of you at the Cosmic Oracle or at our Cosmic Full Moon Sound Bath this month on the 15th. Take care. Have a magical week.